There are many different reasons that someone may choose to rent a home as opposed to purchasing or owning a home. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. This is probably one of the only times that you're going to hear a real estate agent say this. But the truth of the matter is that there are foundational steps that lead to the commitment or the desire to want to buy a house. If you plan on putting down some roots or at least staying a while, then sure, take a look at buying a property and treat your new home as a little piggy bank, somewhere where each mortgage payment is going towards the equity of an asset. But maybe you don't plan on staying in the area. Maybe you have a job that could potentially relocate you very soon. Maybe you're in the middle of saving to buy a house and you just haven't hit your down payment goal yet. For all of these reasons and many more, people continuously choose to rent a home for what can be multiple years. My name is Chaudhry, and today we're covering how to make your rental feel like a home. Very often, you can tell when someone is renting a home because both the exterior as well as the interior of the house look like those renters don't plan on staying longer than a night. There's usually two main reasons for this. One, as I mentioned before, is that people believe since it's not their own home, why bother personalizing it? The other is that sometimes people feel restricted as to what the landlord will allow them or not allow them to do. So today I'm going to go over a few tips and tricks that you can use to make a rental feel more like home. They don't require that much time and effort. They make a huge difference, and for the most part, they don't cross any lines with landlords. And just to quickly touch on why bother doing this if it's just a rental. The answer lies in the impact that your home's atmosphere can have on your mindset, on your well-being, and on your mental health. Being in a space that feels like your own, that you've designed, that incorporates the things you enjoy, can help keep your mind in both a relaxed and creative space. It can elevate your entire mood. And since our surroundings have such a strong influence of our own impression of our day-to-day lives, you might as well make it enjoyable. The first suggestion I have for you is temporary wallpaper, also known as peel and stick wallpaper. You've seen this in some of the luxury home tours that I've done. That wallpaper is in trend right now, and there are a lot of companies coming out with tons of designs to fit whatever mood you're striving for. These wallpapers can be found on Amazon or somewhere like Home Depot. They're relatively cheap, and you can install them just like giant stickers. They peel right off when you're finished with them, and I've never seen them damage the walls underneath. The next trick is something that I haven't mentioned before, which is temporary granite. This is treated the same way as the wallpaper. It's peel and stick. This can be used on laminate countertops where you don't like the laminate material, or it can be used on existing granite countertops which just don't fit the color scheme you want in your house. There's a company that's called Instant Granite that you can find online who replicates the look of natural occurring granites found on the market. Another suggestion, and what would be considered the third tip, is to switch out your light fixtures. Rentals tend to have old or base model builder-grade fixtures, things like basic fans or cheap bulb containers. Rather than having a plain white fan in the middle of your house, imagine having a large, impressive chandelier as a focal point in your main room. These do not have to be wildly expensive. You can find these under $200. And the great part is, when you do leave your rental, you can uninstall them and take them to your new place. And while you're at it, if you have a strong yellow tint coming from your existing lights, while you're replacing the light fixture, go ahead and replace the bulbs with some nice bright LED bulbs. Next, something that people really never think about, switch plates and outlet covers. These can be found for $1 a piece, and what a big change that they can make throughout your home. Replacing all of the basic white covers with a bronze or black finish cover can really elevate the interior look of your house. And because outlet covers are sprinkled all over the house, it really feels like you've done much more remodeling than you actually have when you switch all of them out. I've spoke about this next tip 1,000 times, but I'm going to mention it again. Plants. Put some in your house. It's going to make you feel better. I promise. Next tip. There's two really fun projects to work on. One is a gallery wall, and the other is open shelving. For the most part, rentals allow you to hang decor from the walls with nails, so you should be fine. Gallery walls can achieve showing off your personality and interest. They're also excellent for boldly displaying the style and feel you want for your home. Open shelving can accomplish similar goals. It can also add dimension to a room. You can either create one of these, you can create both of these separately, or you can combine the two into one display. Some of these tips are going to pertain more to older rentals, but some of these suggestions could absolutely be used on brand new luxury rentals, where you're just looking to make small changes that will better fit the theme that you want for your rental. One of these tips would absolutely be to switch out the cabinetry hardware in your kitchen and your bathrooms. You can find plenty of knobs and pulls at your local hardware store or online. They're inexpensive, and there is a large selection of different designs, sizes, and finishes that you can choose from. I believe that's a total of 8 things that you can get working on today. Pick and choose whichever ones you would like, and hopefully it helps. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up. If you feel like sticking around a while, feel free to subscribe. See you on the next one.